Fired all 5 officers involved in the traffic stop arrest that may have led to the death of Tyree Nichols. The department said the 5 officers violated its policies pertaining to use of force, duty to render aid, and duty to intervene. Memphis Police said on January 7th, Nichols tried to run away on foot after officers pulled him over for reckless driving. When he was eventually caught and arrested, he complained of shortness of breath. The 29-year-old died 3 days later in the hospital. His family claims he was brutally beaten. The police department said it will release the arrest footage next week. The FBI and Justice Department are also launching an investigation into Nichols' death.
All right, I want to cover some things real quick, but I want to play this other little audio first. Let me play this, and then we'll get into it.
Traffic stop. A70 Memphis mayor and police chief says that video will be released after an internal investigation is complete. Meanwhile, the community and law enforcement are both making arrangements. Ahead of the release of video showing Tyree Nichols' arrest.
Do the right thing. Do what you took an oath to do.
Supporters of the 29-year-old continue to call for accountability after he was allegedly beaten by Memphis police officers during a traffic stop earlier this month.
If you are not upset about what happened, then shame on you. It's time to continue to stand with the family of Tyree until justice is served.
Memphis Police vows to release the footage following their internal investigation. They say all officers involved are relieved of duty during the investigation. Memphis Mayor Jim Strickland told WRAG earlier this week the investigation already uncovered some violations of policy for each officer.
Boom. Right there. This is what I've been trying to tell y'all for the fucking longest. It's policy, people. It has nothing to do with law. I keep trying to tell y'all that this is why they don't go to jail. It's about policy. It's the same thing about when you violate policy at your job and you get fired. Do you go to fuck to jail? The answer is no. I wanted to kind of touch on this because when I hear about this kind of stuff, it lets me know that our fucking people are still stupid as hell. Not just the goddamn cops who do what they do, but the fucking people that they stopping. Them motherfuckers are dumb too. Because like I've always explained to you all before, the cops get pissed off at me too. Doing traffic stops. Because my traffic stops don't go the way other people traffic stops do. They don't. When they ask me, do I got a license, I look at them like they fucking crazy. But what you all got to understand is this. At the end of the motherfucking day, take the fucking ticket and get the fuck on. Y'all are forgetting that. If you know what to do, then why would you put yourself in a situation to where you can get fucked up by these 5 assholes down here? You all have to understand something. And I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking to these stupid ass Memphis police, Chicago police, whoever. You all have to understand that you all have been usurped. It's no longer about law. The 5 dudes you looking at right here, they look stupid. They look goofy, man. It's about policy. So you go around and you kick a motherfucker brains out his head over fucking policy? Over policy? Like, make it make sense. And it only happened because the guy in the car doesn't know anything. The minute they start talking to you about an infraction, you're supposed to laugh at them. That's just the bottom line. You're supposed to tell them, I'll see you in court. When I was telling y'all about a couple of videos ago, I was telling you about how the police jacked me and I wasn't driving. I was pulled over to the side and they rolled down on me and shit. When I told y'all I had my homie in the car with me and this, that, and the other. What you all fail to realize is that they still took me to jail that night. When I finally got out of the car, Because my thing with them was, get your supervisor out here. You hostile as fuck. And before I get out of this car, or before you all make y'all next move, get another fucking person down here. So if you decide to blow my fucking brains out, there'll be another witness here. They still took me to jail. They left my car. They never searched it. Like I told y'all, I had weed, karambits, all kind of shit in the car. They never searched the car. They took me over on Grand and Central. They charged me with like, they wrote me a couple of moving violations, and they charged me with like, what the fuck was it? It was like resisting arrest, some old little low-level minor-ass misdemeanor bullshit, interfering with a police investigation. You know, one of those charges that it seemed like they just made up out of thin air, but a low-level ass misdemeanor. That's what they charged me with, and they wrote me a couple of tickets. I had to go to court for the case for the misdemeanor over on Grand and Central. I had to go back down to 50 West Washington to do the fucking traffic tickets. They didn't come to either court. The cops didn't come to either fucking court, man. And it was all because of what I told them. They let me out, I don't know, it was about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I walked from Grand and Central back over to Division, and like, because I told you I was on Division, and I was at the end, the next block, one block west of Pulaski. That's where I was at. So I walked back over there to get my car, and I went to the crib. Went to the court date, like I said, I had to go on Grand and Central for the misdemeanor. They didn't come to court. I had to go to 50 West Washington for the traffic tickets. They didn't come to court. These motherfuckers know what they doing is wrong. They know. Here's the problem I have with y'all. You motherfuckers are still unwilling to learn this shit. And then I try to put it out there and make it as simple as fucking possible. I don't charge people no money or nothing. It's like, damn, man. If you all took the time to learn this shit, and this is whether if you in Memphis or fucking Atlanta, if you all took the time to learn this shit, you all will see how effective it is. I'm going to say this and I'm going to get up out of here, man. Don't get your fucking ass fucked up and get the holy shit beat out of you over no motherfucking policy. Learn what these motherfucking people are doing. Learn, man. These motherfuckers you looking at on the screen right here, which is right below the video, because this is another video just talking about the same thing. These motherfuckers y'all looking at on screen right here, they're no different than pale skinned men. They're no different. As a matter of fact, I would take them out faster than I would pale skinned cops, because they have no fucking business doing this to their own. They have no business. But you know what happened, man? Somewhere along the lines, when you a stupid motherfucker, somewhere along the line, somebody told them it was okay to do it, and they believed them. That's just the bottom line. Some other man, some other woman told these 5 cops on the screen that it was okay to do it, and they believed them. That's how fucking stupid they are. They never go to jail for what it is that they do because it's about policy. I told y'all the fucking guy that was supposed to kill George Floyd, the cop, I told y'all this story. They allegedly took him to St. Paul Correctional County Jail. Apparently, when you get locked up in Minneapolis and you can't post bond and shit, they send you to St. Paul County Jail. The county jail is in St. Paul. They allegedly took the cop that was supposed to kill George Floyd. They were supposed to took him to the St. Paul County Jail. My homie who lives in Minneapolis told me before I came up there that they took everybody off the deck. Every prisoner was taken off the deck. And they said that any so-called black men and women who were COs could not work on that deck with him no matter what shift they worked. I told my homie he was out of his fucking mind. He told me he had a cousin that was a CO for St. Paul County Jail. I told him to kick fucking rocks with that noise. When I got up there, I brought him a pizza from Italian Fiesta. His cousin that he was telling me about that was the CO of the county jail, he too is from Chicago. My homie called his cousin and told him I was there with the pizza and told him he better come get some of that shit before he eat it all. They was doing the FaceTime thing. I heard his cousin say it again out his own mouth. He say niggas is filing lawsuits, motherfuckers walked off the job the whole 9 yards. I turned and I told my homie, I said, that mean that man ain't in that jail. It don't mean nothing else. They have something in these jails called protective custody. There's no motherfucking way in hell that they would have had to do some shit like that if that man was really in that fucking jail. You all better wake up, man, because see, I get tired of seeing shit like this. I get tired of this shit, man. You motherfuckers don't know by now you don't need no license to drive your fucking car. You motherfuckers don't know by now that when they come to you talking about, you know, your tags on your car, insurance, you didn't have your turn signal on, you yielded at the stop sign instead of stopping and this, that, and the other. None of that shit is criminal. It's all contractual. They trying to get you to contract with them. If you feel as if your life is going to be threatened if you don't comply, well then you complying will be under coercion, under threat, under duress. And there's nobody in this fucking country that can convict you of that. I'm pissed off because there's nowhere in hell with all of the videos I done made about traffic stops and moving violations, man. There's no motherfucking way in hell this shit can still be happening to people. 9 times out of 10, the guy that this happened to, if he was the type of motherfucker who wanted shaking his fucking ass and dealing with other bitches that's shaking their ass and worried about football and sports and all that shit, he would know this fucking shit. There's no excuse for why this shit keep happening. And I done told y'all a million times, one of the reasons for why this kind of shit don't happen to me be because of what I tell them. They know they can get in trouble for this. And when you start speaking to them in the manner that I do, that lets them know that I know too. And I know how to go about it. You ain't never told a cop in a traffic stop, well, if you're going to insist on giving me these tickets and I don't want them and I'm telling you I don't want to contract with you, then I'm going to insist through the IRS that you pay the taxes for these fucking tickets. Do you understand what the fuck that does to a cop when you tell him some shit like that? The first thing that's going to happen is you're going to get his attention. He's going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Bro, you motherfuckers are a corporation. Y'all got DUNS numbers and everything. Unless I committed a real crime, this shit you doing to me right now is civil. It has everything to do with money. And if you all are going to hook and book me and force me to pay money with you being the corporation that you are, then you're going to be liable for the fucking taxes. And if you think it's a fucking joke, I'll see you in court. It's just that simple. Have a good night, man.